Sangha Sanghi Chamnala, Jamdu Pardu Dakti Kepsuchi, Dagi Chonyenge Pesonam Ki, Rola Penchu Sangha Rupasho. Sangha Sanghi Chamnala, Jagdu Pardu Daktu Kepsuchi, Dagi Chonyenge Pesonam Ki, Rola Penchu Sangha Rupasho. Sangha Sanghi Chamnala, Jangdu Pardu Jagdu Kapsuchi, Dagi Chonyenke Pesonam Ki, Drola Penche Sangha Drupasho.
Okay, everyone comfortable? Meditation, okay? Okay, everyone just sit comfortable. In order to meditation, it's very important to our body become very comfortable, not forced. If we try to force our body, then our mind become always focused that mind doesn't focus on meditation. And as usual, just try to relax your body. The first, just everyone focus your head and brain. Just all your energy or your mind go there. Feel your brain. Then come to your neck. Then the right shoulder. Then relax the left shoulder. Your upper your back. Lower back. Then your legs. Then your chest. Then your belly. Then your breath. Feel all awareness. You breathe in and out. When you breathe in, all the energy energies, blessings. Breathe in, it goes through your whole body, all the channels. When you breathe out, all the emotions, negative thoughts, breathe out. Feel your breathe in and out. And you focus your own mind. Try to feel your own mind. Then, under your heart, the white circle light is not like solid, very colorful. You can feel then the light become bigger and bigger, cover your whole body. Your mind become peace, your body become relaxed. Try to something to feel the light cover whole area. Then at the moment, just focus the light in your heart. If other thoughts come, it's okay, but not follow that. Your mind just connect on concentration, and awareness, the light in your heart. Make sure your mind is the light circle in your heart. There again, the light come out on your head. Connect with all the 10 directions. Invite or bring all the energies resolve to your body. Again, the lights come out your heart, reach all the 10 directions, special and Buddha's image front of us. Connect with them, bring back for energies, blessings, love, and compassion. It's what Bodhisattvas have. It gives us energy to from the heart, resolves all body and mind, relax, peace, calm. A moment, if you have any feeling, peace, love, compassion, then focus that. Then we're going to recite the mantra Buddha Shakyamuni. It's also, you feel, you hear, is all the Buddha's image from us, they're all reciting together with us. Now everyone focus your own voice. Make sure you can hear your own voice. Exactly same as that, and without sound in your heart or your mind. You feel or you hear the voice reciting mantras around us, all the mother sentient beings. The power of blessing or benefit will make every sentient beings feel happy, relaxed, and calm a moment. Okay, now to move like this. Try like that. Good. Put tight our body. A little bit relaxed, okay? It's tight. And tight all our channels. Okay, it's good. We need our mind and body connect. And then, therefore, one thing that we do, yoga is also good for also meditation. Because during that time, there's an exhale, inhale. Your mind doesn't have any time to think of others. You have to focus. The old doctor or as the teacher, yoga teacher said. Okay, okay. Do you meditate? Also, some people, do you do meditation? Good. Yeah. There's a lot of simple meditation. It's not serious meditation. It is simple. Everyone can do. Religion, non-religion, believing, non-believing, everyone do. Because taught to our mind more like focus to more familiar with the meditation, then you can go to more deeper meditation. Right? Like that. Okay? Hello? Hello? Okay, now what we go talk. This topic right now we study is an effort. It's a very serious topic. It's not very pleasure. Pleasure? Good. Person. So pleasure. Pleasant. Pleasant, right? It's not very pleasant. Have you guys read? In the chapter 7, couple verses, do you read? It's not very nice things talking that. But is it talk about reality? You know, yesterday one of my friends they told me her husband's niece at 32 years she passed away. She go to sleep, find nothing. But morning, she doesn't go to work. The mother would knock the door. She is dead. Then the police they come to the check any drugs and things, nothing that. They didn't know why she died. This one hand is not a surprise. This is the nature, right? But that's what to do. The nature that what to do. There's a next big hurricane. Hurricane coming to Boston. I hope not. We say, oh, very dangerous, very bad. We just say that doesn't work. We need to do some actions. Is it? Therefore, everything is impermanent. It means everything change. Therefore, this talk about effort. Effort for what? That doesn't say go to every day to your job. That's good, you go good job. It doesn't say, what they say to meaningful things. Like that is Tongchi here. Good morning. Not Tongchi become more lazy. Even he doesn't come to the Sundays. Thank you for Zoom. We can think about COVID. Without COVID, we didn't have this, I say, what do you call it? Habit. This habit or this activity, I don't know. That way, not the COVID. Give for everyone to not everyone to forget that way. 제자 안에 나도 간다 슌주 레고 돈바데 알레 다 담보 가도 남주 가디 있나 나도 추 제가 갑라 끊어야 걸고 그랬어.
So usually when we study or practice Dharma, it is very important to have good motivation.
다 끊어서 했다 삼모 당당해.
So motivation means to think, the way you think.
다 대, 빼자고 쉬시나 단다 산제 주소마티 끊어도 시에요, 그래?
So according to the text, the verse of refuge and bodhicitta that you recited earlier at the beginning, is the set of way to set the motivation.
되는 것도 끊어야 있는 것도 내가 책을 끊으면 내가 다시 책 말해.
So if you have the motivation, you will do the work. If you don't have the motivation, you will not do the work, right?
제자 마치 가지고 끊어지도 다 끊어야 내가 전부래서.
Most of things now are carried by the motivation. Therefore, it is important, to have a proper motivation at the beginning.
아니 슌주 내가 등본을야. 아니 다 안돼 가도 여기 밀리테 톱까지 가보셔라. 예수 많이 말해.
The first chapter of the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, that explains about the difficulties, of achieving this profitable rebirth.
Anyone remember which verse talk about that? Not looking book. Not looking Google.
It talks about the difficulties.
Yeah. It's okay. First chapter. It's okay.
Which verse?
I think which verse 4? I think so, right? Cheda. Is verse 4? Only? Beginning?
It does look like that.
Okay, what they say? Can you read it very loud?
All right, I'll read it.
Very, very loud. Everyone
Okay.
hears.
I'll read it loudly.
Yeah,
Okay.
loudly for everyone here.
Leisure and endowment are very hard to find, and how they accomplish what is meaningful for humanity. If I don't take advantage of them now, how will such a perfect opportunity come about again?
Okay? 다 되게 된다 있다. 무 내던도 해야 되는 거래.
The meaning of that verse, is explained as a reality. That's how the things are really.
배나 망조비나 소속을 몇세나 그지 레갈야로 가는 고급요나 다 내가 opportunity 야보이잖아. 고급도 마셔 치기는 것도 랍거와.
So like, for example, if we find some very good opportunity in our life, then we say, oh, this is a very good thing, and I don't want to lose this opportunity, right?
제 장가다 지금 네게 아니 단단 미 간도요가 밀리 톱갈 가고 싶어서 얘는 톱섬갈야 대 배제하고 있다고 그래. 정말 니깔 맞아봐야나 양조대 배제 따야기 리데 호깔 가고 싶어서.
So it is saying that this profitable rebirth that we have, is very difficult to achieve. And while we have achieved it, it is important to make good use of it. Because if we don't make good use of it, then it will be very difficult to achieve again in the future.
다 주존의 제와이나 제와시마 펜치드 배역을 내겠잖아. 아니 밀리데 배제하고 왔단 말이었어. 세대 짱짱이 짓 제와는 아니 주존의 제나 배제하고 왔단 말이라고 그래.
So what does it mean, to make a good use of it, right? So if you have used it, to do something beneficial for the future lives, then you have used it in a good way. But if you haven't used it to do something good for the future lives and only used for this life, then from the Dharma point of view, it has not been used in a best way.
제가 먼저 레강 고츠네 장도 레강 고츠네 뭐바 소소 레타 리카 리타 집에 qabla phang chida leka chiriyor.
So like you do some work, right? You start doing the work and you're doing this work, so that it can be of some benefit for you at the time when you retire, right?
Right? 제가 당부를 가도 레강 고츠가 리타시는 영화를 봤지. 신데 따탄다 로 마모여로 말로 숨주 심중합주들이 와봐.
So you're doing the work, the job, to get something good, or some benefit, for the retirement. But at the time when you're doing the job, you don't get the benefit of the retirement, right? Retirement is like way long, long way to come. So, you haven't received the benefit of the retirement yet.
제가 디가는 가도 지지나 리타치야 아그리 지지나 치야라로 말와 다고 말와.
So at that time, when you're working to save for the retirement, all the savings, all the benefits that you are accumulating for the retirement, maybe you will get to use it, maybe you will not get to use it, right?
대자자 타칭 수치며 여러.
So nobody can be 100% sure that they will be able to reap, the benefit of the retirement, right?
임바는 땡어도 자자자 하고는 가도 대래 패가 치데 레가 제와이나 같이 굴속다 가로 리타치 쌓아줘 대사와이나 오늘 리타치 가 고급셔나 팽겨로 와.
But if you, set aside, the savings, for the retirement, and then when you get to that age, of retirement, then you will have the benefit, right?
빼도 네 빼려야 되거든. 가도 빼려 잡았는데 고대로 와.
So that way you can understand, right? Easier with the example like that.
제가 가도 만나면은 가도 수보야 이거 갈라야 가도요. 맨강기 가고 이슈를요. 수술래가니야 같이 싸게 와.
And then also, like, when we are healthy, while we are still healthy, we, get the insurance, so that it can be used, if we get sick, right?
지진간도 나를 지진 나고 말해. 지진한테 사이트 배도르지 도마데 있는데 싸거든.
So maybe you'll get sick, maybe you'll not get sick, right? Maybe you can use that insurance that you bought, for the health. Maybe you will not have to use it at all. It may be beneficial, it may not be beneficial.
이만은 대마용이 낸데야 근데 저리쳐야 내가 샌들은 내가 싶어 잡도.
But in either way, it is important, to get ready beforehand, right? In this life also, right? To get ready beforehand before it happens.
그래? 어때 대나지게 땅 어디 제와시만 어떤 통고에 말 수직 통고에 말 임바이나. 된지지 바지 여대 매와 지났다 유여와대 바지 다 채워는 그래.
So like that, if we were asked whether there is a future life or not, it is uncertain, right? From our side, we can't tell whether there's a future. But if you, apply the reasons, then, having future life and not having future life, I think maybe having future life will have more votes.
유여가 되지다 매일 되지는 유여 되지 마요.
And if you want to look for the reason that there is a future life and look for the reason that there is no future life, you will find more reason that there is a future life.
And 저들 산이 열어서 저들 내가요. 산이 이마샤 열어서.
So if you are asked, is there tomorrow? What will you say? Is there a sunrise tomorrow? What will you say?
Yes, no.
Believe it, so yeah. I don't know until it's there.
얘는 나도 스친 통에 말아. 산이 이마샤면 스친 통에 말아.
But nobody has seen the sunrise tomorrow, right?
대사 대리 걸러는 사망 세리바사야 됐다. 그 우유에서 절대는 상마대 켈렌스가 있지 뭐여러 어떤 세리발라 버리셔야 돼. 세리비 산이와 자셔저 이마셔는 자셔저 칸렛 다시 때문에.
But we believe it, with the weather forecast, right? We can believe that, they will say that, okay, so scientifically or mathematically, they have proved that there's going to be sunshine tomorrow, and then because of that we believe that, not because we can see it directly right at this moment.
얘는 테리베트에서 해야 되는 거 짐센을 드질라 되는 산유를 먹는 통해 말와.
Yeah, so they're proving it, with the reason, right? Because they do this calculation and then they say, okay, because of this reason, therefore there's going to be like this tomorrow. But they haven't seen it directly that it's going to be like that tomorrow, right?
What do you think? That's true? 저도 저보다 산이 열어서는 저 갈라. 산이 열어서는.
What would you say if someone were to ask you, is there tomorrow?
다 이거는 것다. what 거야? 미리 뇽바로 어떻게로 와서 성도나 단디 갈래 산이 열어서는.
So if someone were to ask you that, maybe you might think that person is a crazy. What do you mean if there is tomorrow? But if you think it at this moment, then it's something to think about, right? Or that because logically you can prove it, but directly, and you cannot prove it that there is tomorrow.
산이 열어봐. What do you think? What do you think?
What?
It's
Is that
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Probability is very high.
산이 다다시는 영화로.
So the tomorrow is yet to come, right?
제가 단다 담블레 영화로.
So it's not here at this moment. It doesn't exist now, right?
얘는 단다 매워서 이제 단다 많다면 매워 조금 더.
So just because it doesn't exist now or you haven't seen it now doesn't mean it doesn't exist at all, right?
뒤에는 안에 산이 배하게 치들 내가 제총 말씀에 가야면 또 제총도.
So then in the same way you can say, you don't have to do the work, to help for yourself, tomorrow, because then you don't see it, right? For that reason, you can say that, but you can still work, for tomorrow, because there's a possibility of coming tomorrow.
도저히 나베게 받나 그러고 또 philosophy semkem salmata 도저 상단에 다 개와시마다 요르다스 대요비 드실라 다 룽다 예마치 다 리파고만 거와.
So that way, according to the Buddhist philosophy, that's how we prove that there is a future life. Of course, there is a quotations, from the Buddha and the great masters, saying that there is a future life, but not just believing in the quotations, scriptural quotations, but also from the logical, reason side, we can prove that there is a future life.
But they 개와시마 연나 개와시마다 간데 용매 지난기 내가 제당을 하게 그래서.
So if there is a future life, then what kind of future life we're going to have? That depends on what kind of actions we create.
간나 코 레버레스 레버레스 코 절대 그래서.
Because it is a result, right? The tomorrow, the future life or the tomorrow is a result. And if it is a result, then it has to depend on cause.
배차전에 양이 잡혀잖아. 내가 여기 갈라 코수수 retirement la pega and 내가 맞잖아. 내가 매우 갈라 안 채드며.
So another example, if you don't, do something to benefit for your retirement, while you have the job, there's nothing you can do to, to get a benefit in the retirement, if you don't have a job. Right?
Please don't make me ask you this, but I just want to make sure that you are up for today, period. The only reason I ask is I know I would have guilt.
Michael?
Nobody, everyone would.
Michael's not there.
Yeah, can you move that? Michael talk is some other place. Okay? What I'm talking now, I forgot. You see? Oh, retirement.
Say, well, when you're in retirement, there's nothing
Yeah.
too late.
제자 제와들도 셴바도 거는 제와시모 펜제데 팽이 내가 있잖아. 단다처럼 고가이 맞잖아. 양조처럼한테 돌아가래 가오래스. 오술 다들 슌줄 내가 당부 쇼로가 시와되는 소리래.
So it's in the fourth verse, of the Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life, the first chapter, that if you, if you don't do something to benefit your future life, then you will not be able to, find this kind of rebirth again in the future.
Okay? Okay, now I'm talking too much that. 제가 든데 임바인자 아니 당다스도 여기 갑려야 아니 겨우시면 배적이 내가 이거 간도도 지고 대 가르치는 병이었나 아니 수수고 내가 야보지는 시와지만 병이래 누가 지는 내가 그래서
So that's the reason why we have to do a good action or create a good action so that it can benefit for ourselves in the future. Because if we do something good now, that will benefit us. If we do something bad now, that will harm us in the future.
재산간도 아니 진리에서도 삼을 기는 거고.
All believe in causality, right?
제자 당간도 담빌려면 삼만 민다고 지요 말이요. 저는 담빌 타님은 야자 전에냐 삼로 강다 시가 내가 제자 남제대가 채는 잡고 미친 얘기를 해.
So is there anybody exactly same? Can you find exactly same person, like in terms of the personality, in terms of their thought, in terms of the look, and so forth? Can you find exactly same person?
What do you think? Possible?
We find same, I don't understand the question.
Exactly. But 내가 요한나 잘라대 요한도는 총괄라. 속다 자샤자네 직바 최종 직바 깨 녀면이 직바 깨 얘기를 봤어. 내가 오늘
But for example, this kind of thing that I'm holding in my hand, if you want to go and find, you can find it exactly same, right? Two things like that, exactly same. The same size, same color, same shape, like that.
그러나 내 용역이 되니 만도 자샤자네 자꾸 많이 최종 속다 길룩동에 오면 되잖아.
So because the cause for that is exactly 100% same, right? So you can measure the same color, same shape, same size, and so forth. So therefore, the product that comes from there would be exactly same.
Is it? You sure?
Not if it's handmade.
No. This is what most machine made. I'm not sure. Handmade doesn't come because 라바가 채와에는 나도 세 두고 말이야. 단도 망아체 machine 하나고 최종 속다 때 대자와 딱 이런 걸 봤어.
Yeah, of course, it has to be exact measurement, and so if you can do that with your hand, it will become same. But mostly, it's very difficult to do that exactly same with hand. So the handmade will probably not be exactly same.
대낮에 가도 대변에 가도 대낮에 다 정한 주시고 그래서 라우지에도
So like that, there are like 15, 20 of us inside here, none of us are exactly looking same, right?
So why?
So it begs the question, if it's created by similar causes or exact same causes, then it would follow that fully enlightened Buddhas are almost identical because it's the same cause, right?
No, is same cause. Everyone enlightened the same. 가르고 말고 저어디 가로.
그 쌍계에서는 집어지는 자기를 위해서 가서는 가서 쌍계에게 유대 집어지자 속에 얼어 싸게 얼어서.
사제도 집어들대. 당한도 내 사제 꼬모도 서들대.
So you think all the Buddhas are exactly same? The look you can see the different kind of
mind
forms,
but
right?
they're very similar.
same 사제도 집어지자래서.
Yeah, same in being enlightened.
야, 그리고 그런 거 제당잖아요. 술을 앞에 남주 때다 말아보지는 딱고 말아보는 정도가.
But because of the way they set their mind to benefit sentient beings, they can come in different appearances. Like you can see it, there's a different forms of Buddhas, right?
Okay. Like anyway, 두 해마다 가지나 나도 제사다 말아봐는 저부터 말아보는 거리. 제까지 사다 말은 미삼아 삼tul 말아봐. 셰타 말아봐. 아니 시가 말아봐는 가가지 버상 말아봐.
So because there's a difference in a way you create the cause, therefore there is a difference in the result that you achieve, right? And each person created the causes in different ways, therefore they experience the results in different ways.
제사 진대에서 뺏는 것이 무서워. 남배 추고 딱 내시자도 또지 진대에서 되는 거야.
So therefore, this the law of causality, is very important. This is one of the main explanation, from the Buddhist point of view.
다 대가도 남에서 대 남배 셰타를 해서 맞다면 대구에 내서 시제에 내서 해서는 시제다 고알라에 대한 거래.
So that is what is asserted very strongly in Buddhism, But not just because it is asserted in that way in Buddhism, but also in reality it's like that. So you have to think, not just in Buddhism because Buddhism explains like that, but this is how it is in reality. And so for example, like even if you eat the same kind of food, each person will taste in a different ways, right?
Right? Like some people like noodle. Some people like chili. Some people like really spicy. Who like spicy? Super duper spicy. Who like to always sweet? Some people like always sweet. Anyway, they have all different things. Therefore, this is also different personality. Therefore, we do different actions. We create different cause, different karma. Buddhism with a karma, but it really create a cause. Is it? Therefore, Buddhism says, if you want to be very beautiful, everyone says, yes, I want to be very beautiful. You need to be patient. Okay? If you don't have the patience, it creates one of the cause to beautiful, and keep the morality and be patient. If you want to that create the cause.
How soon does it work?
Next week. Maybe if you want to be handsome guy, 1 month, be patient without destroy your mind, doesn't matter any expressions, then you become different start. Yes. Usually we have most of our feather, right? You become, if you half month, you half years become very handsome guy. But you didn't follow all, then you become very funny. Anyway, yeah, this is it will really work. Karasana Anzu Bena Migi Benata Shuloko Subogi, Tanato Midi Nijewo to the Majutuma, and Shuloko Subosi or what.
So because mostly, it's the external appearance, that we determine, whether the person is beautiful, ugly, and so forth, right?
Right? 제가 대양 안 소소 삼금을 안 해요. 삼금을.
And that also depends on one's way of thinking, one's thought.
아니 삼금 거리나 부르도 되었나 아니 슐로고 수보네 다 주고 그러고 있어.
And depending on your mind, if your mind is very stressful and so forth, then your body also ages quickly.
제 자가 if you become very relaxed, open, doesn't matter whatever happen, 1 month, I think this will go away. Okay, it will work. I'm sure it will. 제가 난기 빼나 난기 냠내디가 아니 고쇼로라 zugra 한번 통하면 듣고 니바 가가지고 왔어.
So even though you can't see the mind as something solid, but it has a very strong power to make difference in our body, right?
Is it? And I've been on the Loma Savar Muchina, and it's Namjubena, Rumuchika Sonjanovica, to set out go to the Mariti to the Tagamatana. Me Mambo, Karami Karana Kalajatundo, there Rumbochi, Nangi, Tai, Shamniji, Shanju, Nibati, me Pajol Tajiko, Torteto.
So like people, always find it difficult, to go according to Rinpoche's schedule, Lama Zopa Rinpoche's schedule. Like, he will take very long time to start the teaching. People will be waiting, and, will start maybe hour or two later. And then, then once he starts teaching, then he will go on, keep on teaching for like several hours more than the schedule. Like that, people find that they're very difficult, to cope with sometimes. But because of Rinpoche's, compassion and the altruism, towards sentient beings, and when they listen to his teaching, they can also go through the hardship, of sitting, and listening to the teaching for the long time.
Right? Cheza, yeah, like that. This is for powerful inside. It can attack for others. If powerful your body outside, then make no reaction. Right? We're looking for beautiful face, beautiful, then we just follow that, then become, nobody perfect way. Okay. 제자 안에 딱 가지 단단한 것도 딱 무야고 치고 그래. 손바이 말해. 된다디.
So anyway, it is saying that we have to be a good person, a good human being.
오케이. 다음간도 언니 가서만 로기다.
So now we're going to start from where we stopped last time, okay?
단 딩말에 가서 다 단단간도 아니 가서나 신이 말할 거로. 제워섬지 람년 아니 제워 충도 충섬지 람비 냠내 되셔야 돼요. 그래. Yeah, you can do that. Good job. Yeah, you can. Okay. 다 넘어가도 줄려고 한다. 쇼로가 제와지. 그와 저와 쭉쭉 중이바치 록쇼다 담보.
Okay, so let's read the verses from 8 to 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
자. If you some have different verses, it's okay. Okay?
When this has not been done, when this is being done, and when this is only half finished, suddenly the Lord of Death will come, and the thought will occur, oh no, I am done now. Their faces flowing with tears and their eyes red and swollen with sorrow. My relatives will finally console, and I shall behold the vision of the messengers of death. Tormented by the memory of my wrongdoings, and hearing the sounds of hell, in terror I shall clothe my body in excrement. What virtue can I do in such a delirious state? If even in this life I shall be gripped with fear, like that of a live fish rolled in hot sand, why even mention the unbearable agonies of hell that will result from my unwholesome deeds? How can I remain at ease when I commit the actions that will bear fruit in my delicate infant body encountering boiling ashes in the hell of tremendous heat?
Okay, everyone understand? Very take the number do it. Take the number.
Is these verses are very sharp?
Sharp. It's talk about reality or we just talk about that? Yeah, 저도 다들 지금 담보에 가졌나? 아니 너나 맞지 좀 봐 당었으나 아니 딱 안줘배나 아니 딕쇼로 팅해라 쇼로가 덤바디 가졌나? 가진 처음 왔다 갔어야 돼. 가디노 신경 말했어. 남주 처음에 주제 내매트 해서 와 봐.
So the verse 8 talks about the death and impermanence, right? Talking about the death can happen anytime. That is certain, and it can happen anytime.
아, 네게 아니 쇼로가 제바디가나. 너나 맞지 좀 받아놨잖아. 단 네게 되나다 갔나? 나도 미카시기 제고 삼나야. 아니 제고 삼나야. 내가들 마셔도 되다 그래서. 고통도 말했어.
The first line, it says, when this is not been done, when this is being done. So then when this has not been done, it's like, so many of us, we think of doing something all the time. So I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, but then we don't get to do it.
단 네가做셔야 되는 것도 니마치 소소가 나타나서 듣기 전에 딱 개와서야 되는데 그거 그래서 개와 제기 곰 제기 냠내 제기 쌈 근데 제고 쌈네 아니 곰 맞으니까로 쌈 맞도 다 맞이네 되대 그래서.
So here it's not talking about just general thing, like vacuuming in a house or doing my laundry and so forth, right? It says, so when this has not done, what is this? It's referring to the Dharma practice. So it says, if you have not done the Dharma practice, so you keep saying that I have to do Dharma practice, I have to do Dharma practice, but you didn't get to do the Dharma practice.
아니 쌈 받아서 해야 되겠다 특히 인지가 따라야만 네가 아니 미 가시를 내가 뭐 아니 쌈 봐야나야 쌈 전에 될래야 바로부터 말했어.
And then it says when this is being done and when this is only half finished, So like some people, they start to do it, but then they are not able to finish it.
아니 텔라네네 되는 그래서 제 텔레 파 맞춰지 되는 거예요.
And then they just, remain there without completing it.
아니 로봇 아니 쳐다서다 오네 아니 다 아니 소소를 지나서 두어다 되네 아니 그 실력이니까요. 그래서 디가로야 아니 제그 주시 섬에 이제서 생각다 이 소소그 샘 밤새가 나면 아니 섬에 아 맞아요. 강기쇼네 간지 섬에 잡아지고 그래서 샘 밤거리 해서
And then during that time, suddenly the Lord of Death will come. It means like death will come, that will happen, and the thought will occur. Oh no, I'm done for. So it's like you will be like very disappointed that you have not been able to complete, the task that you started or not started at all.
오케이. 아 저도 근데 세컨 종을 공전 되게 제검시 왔는데 레도면 되어서
So now you're going to be meditating, for about 15 seconds, analyzing, whether this is true or not.
오케이. 내가 제검 전에 아니 드네 조금 전에 아니 삼라 초월래나 삼라 오늘 초월래나 용어테나 진행한도 삼라 저거 어떻게 그래.
So then when you have done so this kind of analytical meditation or reasoning, and then after that you come to the point, say, oh yes, this is true. Then you'll find the conviction there.
Okay. Try to what meditation. Try to read that these verses is true or not. Let's talk about true or not. Also, make sure it doesn't mix or ask to scare. Okay, it's a just explain to one way. Don't waste your time. Do some time activities. Secondly, don't always look stressful. Just enjoy your life. Relax. You don't have to go however. They will go into soon. Sorry. Okay. Okay. What do you think? Is true or this is just talk about Buddhism? What do you mean? You say yes, Mr. What? Say yes.
It's true.
You sure?
I'm hopefully not sure of anything, but I think so.
No, hopefully I'm sure this is true. 제가 가도 실제 엠베사에 변하다다 어디 가는 것도 지금 메시지 드리죠. 윈남라 단답에 스톰 그 강의 쇼도스. 달라 뭐는 자로 시들 합시다. 제가 치워야겠지. 실로고 젠세데 빼면 모양으로 봐.
So there's talking about the uncertainty of the time of death, that it can happen anytime because there are so many conditions, that can cause, to have sudden death and so forth, right? So like just there's a message in the Facebook, asking for prayers, to be done for the people in Vietnam. They're going through so much difficulties now.
왜 다니 가는다 다단다 시에는 취야 보지. 택텔만 보는 가지 수수 메세데 아니 부수도 오마지 메세 끼우지 당세 되고 그래서
So what it's saying is that if you can, of course, practice Dharma throughout your life and spend your life practicing Dharma. If not, then at least spend it without much stress in your life.
오케이. 다 쇼로가 그바디 다 시외깔라 미타마 동아셔라 요래들라 버려. 시외깔라 미타마 빼다 동아다 남다치 모양 그래서.
And then in the next verse, 9, it says that at the time of death, most of people, die with the strong fear or terror.
제가 문에 나도 다 시에면 나도 때 염려해서
Is that true? Since we are not dying at the moment, it's difficult to say that's true, or because we don't have that experience yet, right?
나도 제외 동안 나도 제외 동안 다 니만 요다 나도 그 조금만 더 왔어. 그래서 부제가 동안 요程度하고 그래.
So like there is, it also in the teaching it talks about the time, the suffering of birth, right? At the time of birth and how much suffering we go through. But we have gone through that, right? Do we remember? Any of us remember that the suffering that we experienced at the time of birth?
이나 단단 부제가 동안 해서 왜?
But
부글 아말 말다 부글.
but the child, the children, the infants that are born now, do they have suffering nowadays? Not mother, but the child.
Child.
During the birth process?
Yeah, birth process.
I'm sure, yeah.
What do you think?
Trauma. Yeah.
Babies, I'm not talking about mothers. Babies, right? 제가 딱 가서 대대 제가 딱 가서 동안 제사 그러와. 대 동안 여행 지금도 지금 가로 코너고 가는 일도 사래.
So, so there was a tremendous suffering at that time, right? But we have forgotten it already now, right? We don't remember that suffering. But how can you prove that there was a suffering, right? Can you apply any kind of logical reason to prove that there was a suffering at the time of birth?
You cry at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, they cry, wow, right? Exactly. 근데 담보 아메가 좋아요. 다 치료를 가세 먹이 가세기 잘라 잠보지 당한다. 빼면서 보여야 봐.
So because the child when it's inside the womb, the body, the skin are very sensitive, right? So when it comes out and wrapped in the towel, no matter how soft the cloth is, the child feels very harsh on its body.
오케이, 다 개와치, 다시 한번 보지. 개와치 내가 고생 말. 다 되네 같이 양의 수제 잡았네. 같이 밑에 중간에 빼 삼랑감자다. 직자다 그 망보용 거서 봐.
And so it's like it says here, their faces flowing, with the tears, and their eyes red and swollen with sorrow and so forth. So at the time of death, there's a lot of sorrow that go through in the person's life.
아니 되네 아니 빈자 소소 남이도 주고 딱 실로 다래들 아니 코로나로 터치 고파샤샤 그래 소래샤샤 그래.
Then he says, my relatives will finally lose hope. They say now he's not going to be able to make it. He's going to die. So there's nothing we can do to keep him alive. And so they kind of lose hope.
다 아니 소소가 아니 신지 폰이 아니 폰이 신지 폰이 이제라다 간지 신지 폰이 다 간지 개와 심하게 아니 지금 내서 소소 삼았다 때렸다 그래 해서 그러.
And then it says, I shall behold the vision of the messenger of death. So the messenger of death will appear, and then you'll be holding that vision of the messenger of death. And so it's talking about the suffering that one will go through at the time of death.
Okay.
Have you seen people dying?
You see? And the
Do you see at that time there are like tears coming out of their eyes?
He's not coming. Have you seen? Yeah, he's nurse all the time. Many people die. 제가 아닌 것도 그랬는데. 다 자자제가 참아도 용마다 간제에 티가고 다 좋아지는 남을 용거로 막 간제네. 아니 지쇼로 끝남죠. 근데 민의 치마도 매와이나 간제 나감라들 뭐 용거 그래.
So even if you don't see the flowing with tears, but there's so much sorrow, so much fear going on inside their mind.
다 쇼로가 찍어 되게 아니 디가를 가르치는다. 아니 수수가 아니 득버서 전에 아니 섬야 응암을 찍으래시 응암을 찍이 제대로 아니 냐외자 두바이 아니 수수가 수보대 아니 지금 다다 구셔다 아니 박스 가리면 그 가려봐 셔봐야나야. 디가서 아니 수수 용화디 아니 그로 내송 동안 데려서
And then in the verse 10, it said that one will be tormented, by the thought, of the evil actions or the wrong actions that one has created, the non-virtuous actions that one has created. One will be, tormented by those thoughts. Oh, I did this, I did that, and then the result of those non-virtuous action, is the suffering in the hell.
다 되지. 다 되니 쇼로가 제와디 간다. 단디 빼지 시작이래. 말 쇼로가 주직돼.
주원 사례회.
대체 저와디 말 하나 라디 템페 동와다. 냐위단에 투바이. 저비 못선 리쿠시 뇨와 제스 지시샤즈나 아니 소조가다. 아니 득바도 차요베 가라야 아니 냐위다 년송고 다도 투치 소조 못선 빌레데 고라 요샤 요와에 임바나야 아니 디갑라 아니 뇨와 지빌레데 둥아레 타 디갑라 아니 저와타네 가리페 해서야로 데이터는 랍사 랍사송.
So this is, it's in verse 10, right? So it says, when you think about all the negative actions that you have created, then it says, oh, then you hear the sound of the hell. So that's the, the place where I'm going to be born. And, your body, is clothed, with the excrements. And at that time, if you even think about the virtue at that time, it's too late now.
다 아니 주직되가 다 빼다잖아 송. 빼다잖아.
And then in verse 11, it talks about, with the examples.
디페드 가르쳐 줘도 되시잖아요.
So what is the example? Can you explain?
Can you explain? Verse 11. What they talk about? Maybe Anna, you can say.
I'm like a fish.
No, what do you understand?
So like a fish is vulnerable. We're vulnerable to things that are beyond our control.
Okay, right.
I think there are so much suffering because the fish, if a fish is in a hot sand, it is something there's so much suffering in that.
근데 냐 비추나 되고 봐. 냐 저런 보다 슈 박도 그렇지.
So like usually the fish will reside in the water, right? But if you place it on a sand, it will jump, right?
가르쳐야 돼.
Why? Why is it jumping?
Can't breathe.
Yeah, exactly. Burning, right? Something, right? This is like hell. Okay? 제가 빼때려 데려온 것도 왔어. 내가도 처럼 통고도 도망가도 쉬게 돼.
So it's just like that, so this is the example, right? It's like that. So do we get the fear that we'll be, in such a state?
지바 전나는 디제 냐와 무스비 동안 남주고 되네나 다 레먹게 레 셰스빙이 셈체데 제와시면 야송 동안라다 무지바 가리 지그러워 생각하지.
So like if you have created the non-virtuous actions, right? And then the result will be definitely, that's the hell. And so therefore, why will not be afraid of hell if you have already created the cause to be certain to be born there?
Okay, we don't want to talk too much to that. Too long. We want to feel beautiful story, right? We want to feel beautiful things. We don't want to that. But it's talk about Buddhism say, just a mixture of our scale. It's just me. One thing's do some meaningful life. Second is, enjoy your life. Don't be so always stressful. If you're not stressful, you don't create the bad karma. You know bad karma, even you don't create the good karma, but you don't create the bad karma is good, right? Is it? What do you think?
If you're something stressful, you cannot create that karma.
No, if you're stressful, you're very easy to create the bad karma, right? If you're not stressful, maybe the less create the bad karma because your mind become very more stable, more calm, right? Is it? Because everything is perfect all around. We don't destroy our mind, right? Something wrong here, something wrong there, then our mind become crazy. Thinking too much. Is it? Is it like that? Because it depends also on mind. Therefore, if you able to do some meaningful your life, perfect. Not just keep your mind relaxed. How become my mind relaxed? I'm so stressful. Things go wrong all the time. Is it? We think that. That's a you say meditation comes. Okay? Like we said, things wrong all the time. We think the other side, everything's karpana, shloke tijana. Tama kanji nandu tamdala susu deva naji tama jogo nandu samtangiwa.
So like sometimes, we feel like, whatever we wish, we have to get it.
아니 제가 대가면 조금 말하고 수능은 돈이 조금 말하고.
But in reality, it's difficult to get everything that we wish for, right?
제가 수준 너와 나지 맞아와 이상 것도 쌤도 초도요.
And because we don't get like we wish, therefore our mind gets distracted or disturbed, right?
그래. 아주 쌤 초에 수준 너와 나지 맞아와 이래도.
Is it like that? Is our mind getting disturbed? It's because of not getting like what we wish.
What we expect.
Yeah, what we expect, what we wish, things doesn't go their way, then we got mad. Don't say maybe we got mad. We our strong mind. Therefore, we have like here everyone's different view, different expectation. Then who can met who? How can you met all the time? Therefore, this is important too. Even if we are not able to do any virtuous activity, but just keep your mind relaxed. Because things not go as what we expectation. Right? We always want people to say, oh, he's a very good person, she's a very good person. But we don't hear that all the time. She is a bad person, he's a bad person, he do wrong. He do it all the time, right? Therefore, don't expectation for others what they hear. Think say like that, okay? 제가 단데 마부 쉬우면 단데 나와 도마티. 내가도 맞고 그러스.
So he talks a lot about the hell here, which might not be very pleasant to hear, but we have to go through that, to according to this text, right?
제가 나도 단데 나와도 가와요. 나도 다 좋아지 나와도 가와요 그래서. 좋대로 봐.
So now if we are asked, where is the hell? Right? If someone asks you the question, where is the hell? What would you say?
나도 님 좋대겠다. 나도 서로도 와요다. 통대와.
Hell is right, together with us. It's going around us, and around us. It's very sometimes it's very obvious.
낸도도 낸도세 뒤세 뛴족잖아요 봐.
So what is the happy realm and what is suffering realm? It's all dependent, right? It's all dependent on your how you compare it.
Okay. 제 장단 나도 인정하죠. 미 봐주질 강에 채팅이지 왜나? 오, semje 강에도 나 그게 대 많이 받을 까왔어. 아니 되는지는 나한테 많이 야구 정도 좀 까고면 좋아.
And so, like, when we see somebody going through that difficulties, then we can, feel happy thinking that, oh, I'm not going through such kind of problems, right?
제자가 okay, anyway, like that. Example, sometimes people when we have difficult time, then we become very serious to practice. That time, maybe doesn't really work. Then, there's a lot of stories, but we don't talk too much. Anyway, it means you have to do always to connect your activities with Dharma. Maybe, even possible, like 50%, 50-50. 50% you can do whatever you want, 50% Dharma. It's not, how about 70%? 70% do other things. How about 30% you can do some Dharma activity? I think we do that, right? I think you guys do a lot of that. That become useful, meaningful, things to do that. Example, I already talked about before. before you got sick, just make sure you have insurance. You're sick, then the start insurance very difficult, right? Then doctor say, okay, you're going to one Tibetan girl. She got sick, a long story. She went to the her teacher, asked, I want to see the Dalai Lama. Her doctor said, only 6 months, when she got cancer. Then she was very, very stressful, very, very scared. Now she said, before I die, I want to see Dalai Lama. Then they arranged to see, it's long term, not long term. Then they arranged to see the Dalai Lama. And then she very scared, she is stressful, she's very young. Ask the Dalai Lama, okay, the doctor said, I'm going to look that. Then what to do, what is the best, Dalai Lama said, do some virtuous activities, do positive mind. Maybe it's possible you will not die. And this dizzy. Then she go back to her village. And her village closed there was a monastery. Every single day she go to monastery. When the monks pray here, she just go there. She pray with the monks. When the monks to debate, also she around there circumambulation, clean the around. A couple of months, she's very, very serious to practice. Of course, she have to take the chemotherapy. One day she lost her head. She don't care, what people think. She's doing very, very active, physically, mentally practice. Then she didn't die. She recovered. Then, but after she recovered, then she forgot. Then she didn't come again. She didn't do. Then, couple of years, the cancer we got over, they'll come back again, right? Then I gotta come back. Then she come back to her teacher. I gotta come back. What can I do? Then she teacher told, it's important to Dharma, not only the moment your participation. And you will keep to your mind always with Dharma. It becomes your positive mind. It's very important. Therefore, you stop practicing very wrong, but you need to Dharma all the time. It's possible to, again, try to take the medicine, do some practice, some prayers. I don't know what happened like that. That means not just when you heard the message, it doesn't start. Just always do something. Okay? You get confused? What I'm talking about, confused? A little bit stressful? No, this is we have to rejoice. I'm very lucky. I'm not sick. I'm not dead yet. She has a new baby coming soon. Therefore, we need to rejoice our daily life, because compared for others, I'm not that person. We can hear a lot of bad news for every day. Some family friends are always scared to, from the what's it? Bullet? Yeah. Yeah, we are not that. We think we are lucky. If some reason we say, I have to happy, it doesn't work. Right? I need to happy. We have to happy. How can it happen? You need to get some reasons. I'm not like that person. There's, good, I'm not that person. Right? If someone say, we say, okay. Maybe I can give very better examples, okay? Some bank have bankruptcy. What is it?
Bankruptcy.
Some bank has bankruptcy. Okay? You go tomorrow, bank's bankruptcy. You say, oh my God, it's not my bank. But it's something you really have to relax. If you think that situation, you say, I'm not that person. Forgot. Is it right? Yeah. I think that. Then other person, they say, I have to appear, it doesn't work. You say, oh, I'm not that. We can see all the time, right? A lot of stressful things. If you go to hospital, you go to nursing home, oh, it's terrible. He said, oh, I'm still not that person. You can hear every day different, you go to, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. I went to usually I go to the voluntary chaplain there. Usually I go to like 4 days, every day I see like 10, 15, 20 people. They all are, even they're not that old, like, 40, 50, 60 years old. They have to get the chemo, they go to work. I'm lucky I'm not that person. Then you feel something, get right? Otherwise, you say, how much feeling. What is important to what we have, we need to identify or recognize. I'm lucky one. Is it? Like Texas, right? Texas, a lot of floods still going. Massachusetts, very lucky, we don't have any problem. California, all the billionaires there, always fire. We're lucky we're not that person. But if we don't really feel it, oh, I'm very lucky, Massachusetts doesn't have that. We don't feel anything. You think it that way, oh, I'm the lucky one. Is it? Therefore, many things here, we talk about a lot, karma, death, but it doesn't mean we scare us. What we have right now, we have lucky. I don't know, maybe lucky is not really dharma word. Lucky means something happened, right? I don't know, what is any I'm good person, I'm fortunate.
Gratitude,
Something, I think maybe lucky is not happen, right?
Because the reality is it can happen to us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think we don't say lucky, but something we are very fortunate person. More the moment we are done.
Yeah.
Because then it's for us to more relax. Right? I'm not saying you're not relaxed. We all relax, but our relaxed, happy mind was not until enlightened, not limit. Okay, any questions? Because as time going through all the health, then maybe you can. If Kejila doesn't have any nothing to talk, too much to talk, hello all the time.
Question?
Yes.
In verse 8, where it says, when this has not been done, when this is being done, and when this is only half finished, I think, Geshe, you said that this refers to Dharma practice?
Yeah, the Dharma. This means some people never start, never do. Some people do, but doesn't continue, do only half, then the people die. You say, okay, you say, I'm going to practice next year. You didn't start. The next year you start, maybe a couple months,
But it seems like if it says when this is being done and when this is only half finished, that makes it sound like you are engaged. And we will
no,
never
that means
be.
it doesn't mean you start. This talk about you start.
Oh.
Someone doesn't do, that doesn't start. Someone start.
모나스나 데디스고 내가 저 레가지 고준에 다 사회 차바 연마라 딱 변해 가서 캄보지 속에 캄보 마사고나 고 시야 냥가 알아 아니 this 인지미지 초치하고 말아 캄보서 에너레 되나다 다지 그 리부티 안다 오래라 저 가래나 디기다
Yeah, of course, yeah. Everything we talk about dharma, that's correct. 제가 나도 몇 가지 내가 때 고점 고선 거 말이에요. 가진 고점 가진 제가 맞아야 되는 것도 싫어 그랬어요.
So yeah, I mean, it can apply to Dharma practice also, but in general, any kind of activity, right? So like you can start, doing some project, and before you finish that project, you might die, or you might have just not started. You in your mind you have thought to start it, but you haven't started yet, or sometimes you have thought and you have started, but you haven't completed yet. So yeah, so that's possible with any kind of activity. It doesn't have to be Dharma only.
Yeah, it seems to me, at least personally, it would feel more powerful if, I think we always feel like we have so much worldly activity. Oh, we have to do this, and this isn't done, and this is only, and so we keep putting off, we keep procrastinating. Because if this was actually Dharma, then when this is being done, when we're doing Dharma, and when this is only half finished, that wouldn't, we'd still be engaged in Dharma. So I'm just teasing out what this is.
시간대 고야 되죠. The finish 돼야 되는 가지 냠내도 보잖아. 냠내 가자상 소주고 배나 간에도 보잖아. 담대로 보는 때 처음 받아 바로 싫어하더니 여러 번.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it can apply to any kind of, any kind of thing that you are doing, right? Or you haven't done yet and so forth. So, and also like, if we think of that in the Dharma practice, then that will make us do the Dharma practice, start the Dharma practice. And if we have started, and then if we have started, then do it completely. Like some people, they do their practice, long and intensive practice, or even like the daily practice, you do that. And then before you can finish that, you might die, right? You have a daily practice to do. You do some, now, and then later you keep some, and before you, reach in later, to do that part that you left for the later, you might die before that. So like that. That's what it's saying.
Okay. Then we don't live the next year. Just you want to do something, just do today. Start. Don't you when you enter your retirement. So a lot of people say, even us, not Tibetans also say, after I go retirement, I go to India, I do then some practice place. Maybe you guys doesn't say. It's like culture. They say, oh, when I'm going to get old, now I'm going to pray. It's too old. This is like culture. Therefore, it means if you want to do some dharma, just activity start now. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Hi, Rika, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have actually a question about earlier Geshe spoke about same object. Can you explain that? I'm sure you're talking about conventionally those two objects. If it's manufactured same, it's manufactured exactly look like same. It's the same object. Is that same object? It doesn't.
No.
I don't think Geshe was saying that it's actually one in the same, but that the two objects would be almost identical. That the two.
But almost identical is not the same, is it?
Exactly, not one object.
Oh, no, one object, different object, but like similar.
Different
similar.
object. It's a different object.
Of course.
It's
Of course,
not same.
this guy, like this one, maybe hundreds. They make that by mission. They can make 100% like same. But people, why we all different people? Because we have different mind. We have different mind, bring the different activity. That create a different karma. That produce a different result. Is it? Okay? I'm not saying same object, different object that like similar size. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes.
One thing that I worry about myself, as far as I know, I'm healthy. I'm not sick now. I'm employed, all of these things.
That's good.
But I'm lazy. I'm not applying myself.
Equal me. I'm a lazy person. You know, Dalai Lama was here when he come to Boston, I think 2016. He really get up 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. morning. 4 o'clock he offered for him some breakfast. And this is they have all the activity. Like 5 o'clock he come out of his room, take shower, then we give some tea. And the moment we put tea, he already start book. I said, wow, what's he looking for? You know, the book also because not a translation book.
It's the interpretive and definitive meaning.
No, he doesn't got it. What is it?
The interpretive and definitive meaning.
It's the book.
Text.
Combined Songkapa.
So it's the eloquent speech of interpretive and definitive meaning, composed by Lama Tsongkhapa.
Yeah, this is one book, very important book on the Buddhism. He asked me to bring the book. I have the book, page. I give, I was lucky. I would not say lucky. I was a very fortunate person. I'm able to, 48 hours to serve him. But anyway, at the moment he come out, take shower, come out, we offer tea. He already read the book. The book is the one I offer him. He is the expert to explain that book. Stay here reading. I said, wow. For us, too long, too tired. All of us. Compare that we all very lazy person. But we also try to our best. Our best. Therefore, it's important to a very bad person. It's very important not. We need to. They can do what I'm not allowed to. We need to let courage ourselves. You know, I'm able to talk, I'm able to see, I'm able to walk, I'm able to think. I'm fortunate. They do what can I do? But our lazy is very powerful, right? Our laziness. Oh, then our mind say, okay, too much for you. Oh, you can relax today. Okay, thank you. Do something else. We're not lazy. Change the clean your garden today. Okay, I'm going to garden today. You know, couple hours, you just not make sense. Doing some cleaning. Tomorrow again, every day again. Then one day, the schools come eat all them. They got bad. All them are vegetables. They eat by schools. Is it? Anyway, correct. And important to make them more courage. Important to, oh, I'm bad person. No, you're not bad person. You're good person. You're able to join the practice of Dharma, understand the reality. That's you're a good person. Okay? Yes.
I just wanted to respond to you. What has really helped me is not to think of myself as a bad person, and not to call myself lazy, but to really appreciate what I do in the practice, really enjoy the practice. And if I'm not enjoying the practice and I'm thinking, oh, I should have done this, I should be doing this all along, but to really enjoy and say, right now, I'm doing the practice and enjoying it, then I'm more likely to go back to it sooner. So that's the way I encourage myself.
That's really helpful.
That's good.
So I was saying earlier about in your daily life, devote a percentage. Everything you do is in the dharma.
Not 100%. We have to walk, we have to eat, we have to cook, but just not forget your mind. Then you are behind your mind. You always do something careful because we are very. You guys, especially the Western, tradition, very careful to eat food, right? Healthy. I need healthy food. Because you always keep here, then you always they bring also you like right direction. Not all the time hamburger, right? Here the hamburger is very bad food, is it? Very delicious. Very delicious. Very delicious, right? But people are not good. French fries and hamburger bad, but people like that. They say, don't eat donuts. Donuts, the people like that. Yeah, right? I go to a doctor all the time. She called me. She come to her house. She lived very close to Dunkin' Donuts. She said she make same coffee Dunkin' Donuts, but I like to go Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, she said, you want coffee? I can make all the coffee. Yeah, they want coffee. But my attachment always take me to Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't eat the donut, but mind is very powerful. Sometimes someone make me, he said he will make coffee. I said, no, I don't want that. I want to go to that. One day he make coffee, put the Dunkin' Donuts cup. He just give me other. Yeah, I didn't really hear. The Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but he made it here. He said, how? I said, oh, good. Next day he said, no, this is Ahmed. After he born like that, I said, no, I don't want to go. I want to go there. Mind is very powerful, right? Therefore, what do we say? Anyway, you keep your mind over Dharma, then you always do some activities. Okay? I think we stop now. Talk too much. Is it? What do you think? Talk too much? What do you think? He's a little bit over time. No, just kidding. Okay, now we'll stop. Yeah, read this verses more. Go back to a little bit think about it. Not take negatively, just this is reality. Okay?
All right, page 39, the prayer book. Saji Peki Jukshimeka Prari Ravi My two collections, Vast and Space, that I have amassed from working with them for daily practice for free length of time. May I become the chief. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives in the future. May I find the best of complete paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I am discerned. May I hold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or one thread have line. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted balance, peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. I even this great course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in ending their lives from the purest path raised by the Buddhists. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with and hold high on the virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, the source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life for samsara land. Tong Ning Te Lung Du Ju Page 49. We'll do it in English, and the last three words is please, please return swiftly. And forward. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serves as a bound aware of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading happiness, reformist doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels. Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please return swiftly. Your form embodies all Buddhas, your nature is that of Bodhidharma. You are the root of the three jewels, homage to you, O Buddha. In short, I seek your blessing, O protector, to be cared for by you forever unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me, foremost among your very first circle of disciples wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes without exception may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the sages advanced. May I quickly attain the state of Bodhisattva. Furthermore, in life after life, may I complete in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in his entirety. Having understood them flawlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life the belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the living mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57. Through this virtue may I swiftly attain Buddha-state, placing every sentient being without exception in the state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Finish on page 75.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Enjoy your
Geshe.
Sunday. Enjoy your half Sunday. Half already finished. Right?
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you.